Hey guys, it's Connor from here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my round one mock before the NFL draft does start tomorrow. This is what I would do, by the way. This isn't a prediction. Maybe some little biases there, or some like guarantees, like maybe Justin Fields not going at number 3 or stuff, something like that. But yeah, before this video does get started, really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. The support on the channel has been terrific recently. I really appreciate all the support. But I really want to get to 100 subscribers. So if we could do that, I would be overjoyed. And if we could hit that like button on this video, it would make me really happy too. Social Blade says it'll take me 150 days to get to 100 subscribers. September 11th or something. Yeah, let's blow that out of the water. Really appreciate if you can do that for me. But yeah, without further ado, every team selected. These stats don't really matter since I'm the one mocking them. Entering the draft here. My number 1, Trevor Lawrence is easy. And same for number 2, Zach Wilson. Then, like I said in the intro, I would take Justin Fields here, but I don't think Justin Fields will go here. I don't think there's a chance Justin Fields will go here. First of all, to his character concerns, which I'm not really concerned about at all. But the 49ers don't want Justin Fields. They want Trey Lance or Mac Jones. So I really don't want to take Justin Fields because that doesn't feel realistic here. So I'm going to take quarterback, obviously. I'm going to take Trey Lance here. Give him a year to sit behind Jimmy G, and then he'll be probably one of the top 2 in the for quarterbacks this year of the top 4 here. Then at number 4 here, I'm gonna have the Atlanta Falcons taking Kyle Pitts, the Florida tight end. He's a really good player. I feel like this is a no-brainer. Especially with Julio potentially getting traded. And I sort of think he will. I think you need that other option besides Calvin Ridley, and I think that's who you can get there because he's basically a receiver at this point. Then here at Cincinnati's pick, I do have. This is not popular, but Rashawn Slater is my number 1 tackle in the class. I'm gonna take him. He's a lot more NFL ready than Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell has so much athleticism that makes him so good, but I don't know how his talent level is going to affect him in the NFL. I feel like Rashawn Slater will be a little bit better, especially off the get-go. You could go either way. I wouldn't be upset here. But number 6, I have the Dolphins, who have a really good roster, selecting Jamar Chase. I know they just signed Will Fuller. They have Preston Williams. I think he's a 4th option, maybe a 3rd. They re-signed Albert Wilson. They have Devontae Parker, but Will Fuller's the only one that can be a sort of a number 1 receiver, I think. Devontae Parker's a solid number 2. Will Fuller's a top of the line number 2, maybe a number 1. I'd have to go through rankings. I just feel like this makes the most sense here. But yeah, now number 7. I'm gonna make a trade here. I'm gonna have the Lions trading down with the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't really care about the details, but they're gonna get more picks. They need about every position. So if they get more picks, it's good for them. Just force this, and then I'm gonna have the Chargers taking Penei Sewell, putting Justin Herbert and Penei Sewell back together. I feel like that's a deadly combo. I feel like it makes sense here. And the Panthers, they just traded Teddy Bridgewater away. I feel like that means they have their quarterback. If I'm a Panthers fan, yes, I might want Justin Fields, but I don't want to draft Justin Fields if I just invested so much into trading for Sam Darnold. 2nd and a 4th. I just don't think that makes a whole lot of sense to Justin Fields here. So we're going to go a different route, and we're going to go with my number 1 corner in the class, and that is going to be J.C. Horn. Not popular once again. Patrick Surtain's probably the more safe pick, but I feel like if you want to win and you think you can win with Sam Darnold, you have to upgrade that defense. Then here for Denver, this is an interesting one. I feel like this is gonna be not good for the like to dislike ratio. I feel like I'm gonna get many dislikes of many Giants fan that's watching this. I haven't said no. Yes, and it's not the player you think it is. It's not Jalen Waddle. Forgot to force that. I don't know why they wouldn't accept that in the first place. But I'm going to take Justin Fields. Daniel Jones isn't good. Justin Fields falls to 9. You take him. They won't take him. I feel like that just makes sense. You want to get Justin Fields. He's my number 3 right now. I think he's gonna be my number 3, really close to Zach Wilson, number 2 though. I think Zach Wilson will go before him though in the draft here. Now we have the Cowboys, who probably would have taken Patrick Surtain anyway as the number 1 corner if he did fall there. And he's the second corner off the board to them, so it's pretty good value. He's a lot more safe of a pick than J.C. Lawrence, so pretty good for the Dallas Cowboys here. And then at number 11, we are going to go with Micah Parsons for the Broncos. They traded down. They get a guy who can replace Von Miller. The linebacker corners are very good. That's probably their weak part, one of the weaker parts of the team. They have their quarterback. They have their running back. They have their receivers. Maybe they could use another tackle on the offensive line, but their offensive line is looking pretty good, especially with how good of a season Garrett Bowles did have. Yeah, but then at 12, Jalen Waddle fell quite a bit here, and that's what we're gonna take. He's a stud. I think this makes sense here. And then the Lions still can get their receiver in Devontae Smith to be the number 1 receiver unless they want like Rashad Perriman or whoever the other receivers are on the team. It doesn't really matter. They're bad. Might be Pharrell Williams. I don't know. They need a receiver, and that's what I'm going to give them here. And then number 14, we are going to have another trade here. And that trade, I'm going to have the Chicago Bears winning this sweepstakes, the Mac Jones sweepstakes. The Bears are going to take Mac Jones, like I just said. This makes a whole lot of sense there. They aren't trading. They're desperate for a quarterback. They tried to trade 3 first-rounders and a few defensive starters to the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. They are desperate for a quarterback, and I do think they will win this sweepstakes here. Then at 15, we have the Patriots. They don't get Mac Jones here. Corners that you could take a guy like Caleb Farley. That's in play, but I feel like with Stephon Gilmore and J.C. Jackson right now, I don't know if you want to take a corner that high. So I'm going to take a receiver here. They still need lots of receiver help. That receiver is going to be Rashad Bateman. Top 3 are probably off the board here, at least for most teams. So Rashad Bateman is about an idea the draft could be a top 3 receiver. So I feel like this is good value for the New England Patriots at 15. And then at 16, we're going to select the aforementioned Caleb Farley for the Arizona Cardinals here. Lost Patrick Peterson. You need a corner. This makes sense. That's going to put us at a halfway point to the draft here. Then I have the Raiders. I know Christian Darrisaw's on the board still, but I feel like Elijah Rodgers makes more sense because you can put him wherever you want really on the line. He can play guard. He can play tackle. More flexibility for the Raiders is better. So that's what I'm going to take here. Then number 18 for the Miami Dolphins, I'm going to take Jalen Phillips. He's my number 1 in the class at edge, so I feel like this makes sense for me. Any edge could make sense, but a tackle could make sense in Christian Darrisaw. I just feel like, and that with that so much, that's like it's a phenomenal team. Brian Flores has done so well. I feel like you can take who you want, and I feel like Jalen Phillips makes the most sense. Then at 19, Washington football team. Linebacker is one of their weak spots on the defense, maybe besides safety. But that's really it there. So I'm going to take JOK. better on the defense. Yeah, linebacker wasn't too bad. I think it was Terrell Davis that retired, something like that. For them at linebacker. So this is something they used to get better. Makes sense. And the Minnesota Vikings here could take Christian Darrisaw, but I'm not having them taking Quiddy Pay. They need an edge rusher, and that's who I am going to give them. Daniel Hunter cannot do it all alone. He was hurt all last year. Daniel Hunter's here if they get Quiddy Pay at 20 if they trade down. They still get if they get Jalen Phillips, if they get a pass rusher in the first round. That defense will be looking probably top 5 in the league. And here at 21, I think this is a clear pick for the Colts here. And Christian Darrisaw, solid tackle. My number 3 tackle, the only reason I gave Vera Tucker to the Raiders is because of his flexibility here. Then we have the Tennessee Titans here. I'm going to take Greg Newsome. Receiver or corner. You have no other choice. And Greg Newsome's my pick. You could take Elijah Moore. You could take Terrence Marshall. You could even take Kadarius Toney. I just feel like, I guess if Rashad Bateman's here, I would take him, but in this case, he isn't. He went off a while ago. Then for the Jets, yes, I know corner is a huge need. Robert Saleh wasn't really dependent on his corners, though, in San Fran. He was depending on getting to the quarterback. And that's why I'm going to take a pass rusher. And that pass rusher is going to be Azeez Ojulari. Azeez Ojulari is a really solid pass rusher. I think he could go top 20. He can maybe squeak into the top 15, depending on how the board falls. Really hard to do that though, due to this, due to the players in the draft, and the needed edge rusher early on. Then for the Steelers here, I'm gonna trade down, and this is really not. This is really just because I feel like the Bills would give up a ton of value here to trade up, and this is probably unpopular. This is unpopular, but I'm on the Buffalo Bills selecting their franchise running back. That's like all they need for the offense to be top 3 in the league. Javonte Williams, he was a monster last year at UNC. He always been. I feel like this makes the most sense. Like 6 or 7 yards of carry is what you want from a running back. So I'm going to take Javonte Williams there at number 24. Yes, it's a first-round running back. He's phenomenal. I feel like this makes a whole ton of sense here. And then the Jaguars here, I'm going to give them Trayvon Moehrig. Their safeties are horrible. I can't tell you the names of their safeties. They're that bad. They aren't starting level in the league. This makes a whole ton of sense for the Jacksonville Jaguars here. Then number 26, I'm going to take Christian Barmore here. He's a boomer bust player, but the Browns need defensive tackle, and I feel like he could be good there. His athleticism definitely helps him. Coach him up well, and he'll be a dominant defensive tackle in this league. And then at number 27, we have the Baltimore Ravens trading down with the Green Bay Packers. Trade down 2 spots, maybe get a 4th out of them. It's pretty good. We got the Forza there again. I feel like that's what the Packers need. They need a corner. I'm gonna give them the 6'2" man. That corner out of, I believe, out of Georgia here. And that pick is going to be Tyson Campbell. He's a solid player, makes sense for me at least. Then here for the Saints at number 28, I'm going to take Jermaine Davis. Linebacker core is old. It's good, but it's old. I don't know if you take Asante Samuel here at 28. It's an option, but I just don't think you should. So I'm going to take Jermaine Davis here. Over Nick Bolton, over Zayvon Collins. I think Jermaine Davis is more NFL ready and has more skill than these players. As the other two definitely have more athleticism. Then at 29, the Rams are actually going to take their pick here. And I'm going to give him Tevin Jenkins. He fell quite a bit here. So I feel like this makes sense. I still don't know why Walker Little's been higher than him. But whatever. And then the Steelers here, who have their pick, are going to take an offensive lineman, Landon Dickerson. You can put him at guard, you can put him at center, you can even put him at tackle. This makes sense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then at 31, I'm gonna have the Ravens trading down out of the first round here, like normal. I'm gonna have them trading with the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers need a receiver, and I'm going to make this happen. And I'm going to give them Elijah Moore here, Mississippi receiver. Something they need. They need a tight end too. But I'm not taking Pat Freiermuth right here at this spot. So you trade it for a receiver to pair with Robbie Anderson and David Moore, and your receiving core is all of a sudden looking quite good here. The number 32, with Antonio Brown just re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, there's ain't going to be a receiver. This is going to be an edge rusher. This is going to be Jason Away here. You can put him on the inside if you want to. I don't think that makes a whole ton of sense. But I feel like you take an edge rusher just to help for the future in the next few years here in Jason Away. And here, let's review through the draft. I'm just going to scroll down this for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, we really will appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Let's destroy social based thoughts and get me to 100 subscribers before September 11th. It shouldn't take me 150 days to get there. I don't want it to. Let's do our best. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah. Comment down below what you thought of the video. If you didn't like it, just be honest with me. You can hit the dislike button. I don't really care. I would really appreciate if you share this video with your friends. Also go check out my podcast, the NFL Nerds Podcast. You'll enjoy that. Yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.